James Lynch here from MiddleEasy. Happy to be joined by the birthday boy, Jamahal Hill, who's going to be taking on Thiago Santos, UFC Fight Night, August 6th. Jamahal, how are you, man?
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I'm doing good, man. I'm just hanging out, enjoying the birthday vibes, and just chilling.
That's good. And anything planned for the birthday today?
Turn up. You know me, I'm always lit. Turn up gonna be real.
Good stuff, man. We'll talk about that a bit later. But first, let's talk about this fight. It looked like you and Volkan Oezdemir were going to potentially fight. I know there was some back and forth. Was that ever a possibility in terms of that matchup?
Yeah, it was talked about, but like my man's can't get in the country.
Oh, right.
I don't know what he did or whatever it was, whatever, but he can't get in the country. And then they were talking about a overseas card, but this is like the war in Ukraine popped off, and it's like, so yeah, I don't know.
He must have been happy though, because Santos is ranked pretty high. He fought Jon Jones. Some people felt like he beat him. This is like, in terms of the name value, this is a really cool matchup.
I mean, that's why I asked for. I asked for Santos because after a while, I wasn't hearing anything about the Oezdemir fight. I'm like, my man can't fight here. I need to hurry up and make a move. So I asked for Santos.
And you ask and you shall receive. Were there any other opponents in the mix, or was it only him?
And he was the one that made sense to me.
Okay.
He made the most sense.
I agree. He's not booked up or anything. Quickly, just before we talk about your fight, we had a really important light heavyweight fight last weekend. Maybe not the way we wanted to see it end, but Jan Blachowicz getting it done over Rakic. I know Rakic hurt his knee. Just your thoughts on Jan's performance in that fight, bouncing back from the loss to Glover Teixeira.
He happy that he won and shit like that, but I hope he actually look at that fight and take from what he need to learn from that fight, bro, because he was definitely not winning that fight.
Second round for sure. I'm with you. I think he might have taken the first, but I'd have to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'll take your word for it. You fight in the weight class, so did you think Rakic won both rounds?
I think Rakic was up. What round? Didn't that injury happen in the fourth round?
I believe it was the third round. I'll double check that, but yeah, it was a very interesting fight in terms of how it went. I was just curious, leading into the fight, who did you have in that one?
Rakic.
Yeah, just because of the youth, or just the style matchup?
Bro. Like, I don't like watching Rakic fight. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, don't get me wrong, he's good. He's extremely patient, shit. But like, he just knows how to win.
Yeah, no, he does.
He's one of those dudes that knows how to get a win.
Let's talk about Thiago Santos. I mentioned it there, 22-10 record, fought Jon Jones. He's, been in a lot of really important fights. He's got knockout power. We see him have a win over Jan Blachowicz as well. How are you looking at this fight from a style perspective?
Does he?
Yeah, he knocked out Blachowicz a couple years ago. Yeah.
You got knockout power?
He's got knockout power, yeah. But so do you, man. I mean, we've seen some serious knockout power in those last couple of fights, especially.
I haven't seen him knock out. I ain't seen him sleep nobody. Who do you sleep?
Well, yeah, Jan Blachowicz, 2018, I think they fought.
He was asleep?
Yeah, he put him. I don't know if he put him to sleep, but he definitely knocked him out.
He was not asleep.
No, it was a TKO, I think. That was 2019, actually, not 2018.
He was not asleep. He was not asleep.
Yeah,
he hasn't put any lights out.
There's some school of thought on him as well. After the Jones fight, he had that, the really serious knee injury, and then he came back. And some people feel like maybe he's on the decline a little bit, especially with his age. How do you assess him since that Jones fight?
He's gotten older. His body's been through more. I don't like. Maybe his season ain't the same as it once was, but I don't know, bro. He just seemed really, really fucking gun shy now. Like, you're not really coming to bag. You're not really trying to fight. Which with me, you don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I think he's still good. I think his last fight, I think he actually won the last couple rounds against
Ankalaev.
Magomed. He looked good in some exchanges, certain things that he was doing. So he showed flashes of the caliber of fighter that he is. You know what I mean? I just think that I'm gonna be able to do some things and create some opportunities and openings, things that he's not gonna be able to handle. It's just things that is out of his skill set.
You guys have a common opponent in Johnny Walker. You obviously finished Johnny very quickly, and he went the distance with him. Do you take anything away from that, or do you think it's two completely different styles?
No,
Okay, that's why I ask you. You know, because some people look at MMA math,
I
but
don't take anything from that fight. I didn't take anything from that fight whenever I fought Johnny, other than a nap. Only thing I took from that fight was a nap.
okay. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, some people felt like it wasn't that good. Anything different for this camp? I know you like to keep your guys, you know, your circle small, the group small, and all that. Same group of characters. Brett Martin, you know, all your guys that you've been training with. Anything different for this camp?
Okay, same old, same shit. Business as usual. Um, I wanna I want him to fight. I want to see him fight. That's all we working on this fight. We just gonna make him fight. You know what I mean? We're gonna make him fight and see what happens with it.
You and I have talked about this before about you're really unique for the weight class. You move really fast. You got the knockout power as well. Do you think he's fought anyone like you before?
Absolutely not. There is nobody like me. Like people, and like that's the thing. That's one of the things. Like I'll give everybody this little gem right here. Trying to bring somebody in to mimic me. There is nobody. There is nobody that's going to give you what you will face against me. Best thing you can do is just craft up and be ready for everything.
Yeah.
Be ready for everything. There is no, I can prepare for him for this, because I'm not doing that. I'm coming in to fight, and whatever I see open, that's what I'm gonna take. I have no specific game plan other than breaking you.
Um, the other thing we talked about off air, I know you were in Florida recently. Who did you have a chance to train with down there? I know saw you got to hang out with Billy Q, but obviously he's a featherweight. I don't know how much work you'd get in with him.
Yeah, I got some work in with Billy Q. I mean, you can get work, you can find work. You just got to know how to find work. Martial arts is it's art. It's art. You know what I mean? Some people, you got certain paint, people gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna use that paint. I'm not gonna use this color, this, and that, or whatever. Nah, bro, I get work from everywhere because I can learn from anything. Billy Q might do something, and I'd be like, oh shit, that could actually work this way with a bigger guy on this way. So I get work in with everybody, and I'm able and willing to learn from everybody.
Any other plans to do any cross training this camp, or going to keep it mainly at home?
I'm gonna be at home. I'm probably gonna I'm looking at now trying to set up a trip down to Sanford.
Oh,
To get
cool.
more work in down there, and yeah, I'll probably end up stopping back in to see my boy Billy Q a little bit, get a little bit of work in with them too.
Do you know anyone specifically over at Sanford?
What do you mean? Yeah, I know a lot of dudes at Stanford.
Well, yeah, I was just wondering like how you would go train there because I know usually like you know you'll have to know someone to kind of you know go and train there. So who do you like? Who are you tight with over there?
But then, since I went out there, I've kept in touch with Henry and the Burns brothers and Brendan Allen, Tuco's down there, and like a
Oh,
bunch of
cool.
the guys that are down there. You know, and yeah, I've still been close with them. I still talk to them. They're still at the fights and stuff whenever I fight her and things like that. You know, so yeah, bro, that's all love.
I know your buddy Chaos Williams. He's done a bit of work over at with Jon Jones down in Albuquerque. Would you ever want to train with Jon?
Uh, yeah, eventually at some point that'd be awesome. I mean, he's one of the greatest of all time, so yeah, it'd be nice to get some work in with him. But that's like right now, I look at him as like a potential opponent, a potential rival, like one of
Yeah. As
those fights for me at some point. So not right now.
far as your corner, that'll be the same for this fight, I would imagine.
Yeah, same gang.
And I'm pretty sure I know how this fight's going to play out on your end. You know, get in and out, don't get paid by the hour, just want to go out there and finish them. Because Thiago hasn't been finished in the last couple fights. He hasn't been finished, I think, since he was at middleweight.
Yeah. I well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what he can handle because I'm definitely coming and I'm definitely gonna put some shit on him. And gonna see if he can take it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put him in the phone booth. Put him in the phone booth.
Now, this is a main event, 5 rounds. So, you know, obviously big deal, a lot of spotlight on there. Where does a win sort of put you here? Because I would imagine it's got to get you close to the title, if not the title shot as well, especially with what happened with Jan. Some people might say, hey, well, he didn't, you know, it was an injury that ended the fight, right?
Yeah, but he still won. So I'm gonna imagine Jan will probably get another title shot, even if especially if the title changes hands.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I just, everybody's locked up. And people are starting to get fights, and we just see how it plays out,
Yeah.
and see what makes sense. Shit. If we both break into the top five, you know what I mean? I think a Paul Craig pay-per-view main event versus Jamahal Hill rematch sound pretty fucking solid to me.
Okay.
Things like that, or, you know what I mean? Ankle the Magomed kid, you know what I mean? Smith, a lot of dudes sound good, you know what I mean? It's good times at 205 coming.
You mentioned both those fights, actually. We've got Jiri and Glover fighting for the title June 11th. Who do you favor in that fight? It's really interesting with Glover being, just like he's done quite well. And Yuri's kind of still this anomaly. Like he's kind of like you, like this guy that has such a unique style for the weight class. Who do you favor in that fight if you're a betting man?
If I'm putting my money out there, like real for real, I'm probably going Glover.
Yeah. How do you think Glover gets it done?
Ground and pound or submission.
Okay. What about the other fight we mentioned there, Ankalaev and Smith? Who do you favor in that one? July 30th, another important fight in the division.
I don't know. Anthony Smith is well rounded, and I think he can. He's just a veteran. He knows, what I mean, he knows ways to get the finish whenever you leave it there for him. But Magomed is good. He's not a killer. I don't think Magomed's a killer. I don't think he has killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? But which I think could be a problem against a guy like Smith because you let him hang around, he'll find a way to get a win. So it's up in the air. It can go either way.
That prank that your manager played on you, how close were you to decking that guy?
Man, I wasn't gonna really hit him. I was just checking his pressure. Somebody walk up in your face, you get up on, make sure they really sure. I mean, I was just testing his pressure, testing his temperature, see if he was really sure.
How scared was he? Because I'll tell you what, man, if you came after me like that, I'd be like a ghost for a week, man.
Yeah, he kind of surprised me how much he jumped because he was talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People haven't seen the video. I think it's on your Instagram or Brian's. I can't remember. Did you post? I think you put it on his.
It's on both. That's on World Star.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. What? I imagine you're not going to let Brian Butler get off the hook for that, right? You're going to get him back at some point. Yeah, exactly. Okay, figured as much. Just have to ask. Maybe you got other things going on. I don't know. Got to ask these things. What do you make of the fact that it looks like they're trying to do Jon Jones and Stipe possibly for an interim title? Do you like that fight? Do you think that makes sense?
I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know why the fuck they keep making interim champions every time.
Well, because Ngannou's injured right now, and there's still some issues with his contract. So I think that's kind of why they're going that route. But again, none of that's official. That's just the rumors.
Right.
Yeah,
sure.
But you're not.
I'm all for it. I want to see John fight.
And kind of on Francis, what did you think of him showing up with Tyson Fury after his win? That's pretty cool.
He's been trying to get his money. I support the champ 100%. Get your money, big homie.
Do you think it'll happen though? I know the UFC they're pretty strict on that stuff.
I hope so. Shit, why not? Conor went and got his money. Why can't Francis go get his money?
We want to see it, right? We want to see what happens. Do you think, there's some school of thought though that, it's a different sport, boxing. How do you think Francis would do in the boxing ring?
Fuck no, I don't be wrong. Hey, Francis, bro, I fucking love you, bro. That's a different lane. That's a different animal. And that boy is bad at what he does.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. What video games you playing right now during camp?
I was just about to hop on some Warzone for a minute.
Who's the best Warzone player out of anyone you play with? Because I'm sure you play with some other fighters, right?
Nah, not really. I was playing with Megan. Megan would probably be the best other fighter wise. She's probably the best fighter I played with. She don't fuck around. She whack as shit.
Has your trash talk game improved since playing online? Because I know you got to talk some smack when you're
online for years, dog. I ain't new to this.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, do you feel like it's helped your fight trash talk? No, it doesn't matter. Some fighters it has.
I've been able to talk my shit since I was a kid.
Yeah, that's true, man. And we're looking forward to seeing you back in the cage, man. August 6th. It's a ways away, but we're really looking forward to it. It's UFC Fight Night. Jamahal, thanks for doing this, especially on your birthday, man. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shoutouts, I'll give you the last word.
Oh yeah, man. You already know you can catch me on Twitter, sweet_dreams_J Hill. I'm on TikTok and Twitter. My name Jamahal, just and then Jamahal H. That's Twitter and TikTok. And I want to give a shout out to my sponsor at Lizard Lick Apparel, betonline.com, .ag, betonline.ag. Get in there, put y'all bets in and get that money. Next Day Construction, you know the team, Sucker Punch Management, Black Lion, the family. Come on, man. You already know everybody that rock with me because I keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it.